Welcome to the 4th annual Grifties and the first ever live Grifty Awards. And now for your hosts, Uncle Hotep and Hotep Jesus.
Yo, no George, but I can't even breathe in this joint.
That's fucked up. He working on that Coon of the Year award.
Black people, am I right?
We've got some great categories tonight, including athlete.
We'll say what's up to your dad.
Season's COVID-19.
Who did you want? Hamlin? Hamlin's a sleeper. Hamlin's a sleeper.
Female, musical, celebrity, people's political grifty, the Hall of Fame, and a surprise category.
Y'all see we professional. We got the teleprompter and shit. And of course, the one everyone is waiting for, Grifter of the Year award.
From podcasts to movies.
DJ Protocol.
Yeah, DJ, that's the time to do it.
This is not a grift. I really think Lil Nas X is a gay demon.
How dare you?
Unlike most modern award shows, none of these women have penises.
Women shouldn't speak anyways.
Y'all picked the blackest room for a black. Paint the walls white so I can see y'all next time.
All coons look alike to me.
Some of you white people too. Some of y'all look like you came from 8 Mile.
We're halfway through, no one's been shot yet.
But I'm going to say at the Grifty Awards, there's only one person more arrogant, more self-assured than me, and that's Hotep Jesus.
Grifter of the Year. Clap it up for old Uncle Hotep.
Hopefully my kids will watch this and be inspired and stuff like that.
Fuck them kids.
I'm looking for my wallet. I'm like, oh, thank God he didn't take it. Thank God.
Damn. Look like the juice got to the juice. The Grift Report starts right now.
2, 1, boom. Hotep Jesus.
Of all the Jesuses I know, he's the Hotepiest. Social scientist and YouTube host, Hotep Jesus.
How the fuck do you get a name like Hotep Jesus?
The one and only Hotep Jesus.
Ryan Sharp, better known to the world as Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Somebody said, what do you think you are, some kind of Hotep Jesus?
Ooh,
and
that's
I was
good.
Just like, ooh, that's sexy. Yes, I do think I'm Hotep Jesus.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to the Grift Report live Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm your host, the Grift God.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Hotep to the chat, Hotep to the Hotepistanis.
Hotep.
What's happening, y'all? I see Heather in the chat. What up, Heather? Happy born day to Jack Reeves the Hotep, a.k.a. Jack Reeves the Viking. Happy birthday, bro. Shout out to Jay Pylon dropping $2 super. Shout out Jay Pylon. Lauren in the chat. DJ Protocol in the chat. What's happening, y'all? Haram Life, I see you. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's today? Thursday. Happy Hotep Thursday. Happy Hotep Thursday. We made it. Internet back. Audio sounding crispy. Things are going good. Things are going good. Things are going well. Hope everybody's doing well. Anybody in the chat getting involved in the meme coins? Anybody got any meme coins? Are you holding any meme coins? Are you trading any meme coins? Where y'all at on that? Yes, no. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I want to see who, you know, this is the thing. There are moments in history where there are things, I don't want to say a wealth transfer, but there's opportunity to build wealth, right? And these things come around once or twice in a lifetime, maybe more if you got your eye open to certain industries. But there are opportunities that spring up and, have an opportunity to bring you some riches. Okay. There are investment opportunities. And some people take advantage and some don't. And then years later, it becomes history. The gold rush becomes history, right? And then we say, oh, I wish I was there during the gold rush. I could have got rich. I wish I found some oil in my backyard. And here we have the wonderful world of cryptocurrency. And a lot of people are asleep at the wheel. Sleep at the wheel. So I'd like to invite everybody to wake up and join us in this journey. And we have a Telegram group. Link is in the description box below. You join a Telegram group, and we're going to start to introduce you to this world of what I believe is the next gold rush, this cryptocurrency thing. And before it gets regulated into oblivion, you might want to participate. Just maybe. And following us and being a part of Telegram, it's going to give you those signs as to, the climate of cryptocurrency. So now in the bull market, we have meme coins being traded, and, I know when something is hot, and, it comes back to, I think the last time you had something like this was in the 2000s. And in 2000s, I just didn't have much expendable cash, and I didn't know anything about investing. But a lot of people made a lot of money off of tech stocks. Okay, and a lot of people did very well for themselves. I remember I was working with this Asian cat, and I seen him pull up in a brand new car, and it was kitted out. I'm like, yo, where'd you get all the money from that? And he was like, I bought eBay stock and sold it. I was like, oh, okay. So you buy stocks. And this is a foreign concept to me at the time. It was an Asian cat, and he knew what he was doing. And he bought eBay stock, and it skyrocketed during the tech boom. He made a lot of money. I believe we're in a similar climate as that. And a lot of people missed out on the tech, and some people lost on the tech boom. Of course, this takes a lot of, I'm going to say a lot, but it needs some attention to investor savvy. And, I've said in the past, I said, there's basically two classes of people, intellectual and unintellectual. And intellectual people deal in intellectual matters. They investigate things, they research things, and they find out what's going on. So as I saw the whole meme coin debacle thing happening, I'm not saying you have to dive head in on the meme coin situation, but what are you giving your attention to? What else are you giving your attention to other than what's hot now, right? Are you understanding the tools that go into making these transactions? Are you learning about the different blockchains? And because the future is definitely moving into DLT, distributed ledger technology, and it's going to be governing your world, if not some other form of database technology. But cryptocurrency is going to be taking over. We know that the Swiss National Bank recently basically said, they're transacting in wholesale payments. One of the heads of the Swiss National Bank basically said he doesn't see a need for a retail CBDC, but they are transacting in a wholesale CBDC. Russia says they're 5 to 7 years away from scaling the CBDC. So I see a lot of you guys are no coiners here. You have to get on Telegram. You don't know what it is. You don't know what Telegram is? You know what Telegram is? You know, I just want to make sure our audience is not left. Like what else could you possibly be paying attention to, right? Elections, trans people, the border crisis. Like, how is any of this going to help your family? When your kids grow up and your kids have kids and they go, Dad, we heard you used to listen to Hotep Jesus. How come you didn't get any Bitcoin? Everybody that was Hotep and got Bitcoin is super rich now. We're not. Why didn't you get Bitcoin? Pop, Granddad? You know what I'm saying? You don't have a cold wallet, but it's... Yeah. So, you know, my point is, like, what are you paying attention to? You paying attention to the markets? Are you investing? Or do you just, like, you know, hope your employer in a 401k situation works out? Are you depending on Social Security? Because Bitcoin's at $70,000 right now. I remember when it was at 3K. Did you buy when it was at 3K? It's at $70,000. Like, what are you going to wait for? You're going to wait for it to go to $500,000? $1 million? The halving is coming up soon. Like, what are you waiting for? I don't know. Then you have altcoins like Syscoin, right? Syscoin bounced from about 9 cents to, I think, roughly today it's like 23 cents, 24 cents, 25 cents, somewhere around there. Did you throw down on that? 26 cents, my apologies. Did you throw down on that when I told you to? That's 300% gains roughly, 200% gains roughly. What are you paying attention to is my point. Like, what are you giving your attention to? It's weird. You're giving your attention to ladies basketball, men's basketball, football. Justine says setting up a wallet takes as much time as downloading an app. Pretty much. The Telegram link has all the information and people to help you, Nas. Yeah, it's right there in the description box. If you want to, you know, not get left in the past, join a Telegram group and learn about technology. It's really what it comes down to. You got to learn about technology. To contribute to the Elon internet, get that Starlink, HJ. I'm definitely not getting Starlink. At least I don't think so. You know, subject to change, depending on circumstances and, you know, improvements in technology and whatever else and convenience. But as of right now, it just doesn't seem like something I want to be bothered with. But who knows? Who knows? Oh, excuse me. Anyway, just like yesterday, today we're going to start off with a presentation. A very valuable one. Today we're going to talk about emotional intelligence, right? Emotional intelligence. Let's put this up on the screen. Let's put this up on the screen like this here. So today we're going to talk about emotional intelligence, just like yesterday, you know, where I laid this thing out live. I'm going to do the same thing today, except for emotional intelligence. Now, if you really want to be a true student of psychology, you have to listen to yourself, right? And that's how I usually come up with these things. I'm listening to myself. I'm observing myself. I'm conscious of myself. So today we're going to teach you about emotional intelligence, and then we'll get into some new stuff. Okay. So I think I want to start front loading the big brain content up front, and then putting the dumb shit in the back. All right. So, emotional intelligence. You know, people talk about spirituality and meditation and woo-saw and woo-woo and all this shit, right? And they give all these great speeches and whatnot and create content about it. But I'm here to tell you it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit, okay? All these people are full of shit, okay? Really what the issue is, it's real easy to be spiritual when things are going well. We just had a woman by the name of Mystic Lipstick apparently committed suicide, killed her husband and her family and her children in a car accident, threw her kids out to children, all this type of stuff, right? And she was enriching herself off of spiritual Twitter or whatever it was. I'm not familiar with her brand. Seen her a couple of times, not familiar with her brand, but my issue with spiritual Twitter is they spend so much time in the ether. They spend so much time in la la land. They're not here. They are absent. They are absent. They lack consciousness. They lack consciousness of reality. They lack consciousness of their own reality. All right. So me as a former member of spiritual Twitter, I had to leave because, well, many of them didn't understand this concept, right? They didn't understand the concept of the real world, right? They want to be all woo-woo. But I'm like, do you understand technology? Do you understand politics? Do you understand history? Do you understand Bitcoin? Do you understand Syscoin? Do you understand the world we live in? Because a lot of emotional intelligence comes back to understanding. We're going to talk about it in a second, too. Okay. So, EQ isn't real. What is EQ? What is EQ? What is he talking about? Thank you. So, you get all these people talk all this woo-woo, spirituality, you know, meditation. And it's real easy to be spiritually inclined when the stars are just right, when the sun is beautiful and shining and the temperature is perfect and the birds are chirping. But what happens to you in the middle of the storm? How do you act in the middle of the storm? That's what it comes down to. Emotional quotient? Oh, I don't know anything about that. So, how do you act in the middle of a storm? How do you act when things are rough? That is how you need to judge yourself. So we're talking about here emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence, in order to be tested, requires disruption. Okay. So disruption, right? So this comes back to, you know, something very simple, right? Let's call it a social media interaction. Okay. So you have a social media interaction with someone. You type something on the internet and then somebody reads your post and they respond. Okay. But the response is disruptive. Okay. So what you're going to have is you're going to have a reaction. Okay. Or I should say, you're going to have an internal reaction. Before you have an external reaction, you have an internal reaction. And this internal reaction is going to manifest itself as a temperature. So this internal reaction is going to manifest itself as a temperature. Now, I received I wrote about this today in my daily mailer on HotepJesus.com. If you subscribe, you can get my daily mailer. But that's on you. I don't really care if you sign up or not. So I got this message today from Donovan Sharp. He said, "Fam, your emails are on point. That evil begets evil email is 100% accurate." So when I write these emails, sometimes Donovan responds because they resonate with him. It helps him, right? So you're going to get an internal reaction, and an internal reaction is going to manifest as a temperature, okay? And this temperature is going to be heat. You ever hear somebody say you got into a heated argument, a heated debate? I'm heated. I'm hot. That's a real thing. So you post on social media, somebody responds, it's probably something asinine. They probably took your shit out of context. And you have an internal reaction, right? And the internal reaction does not have to manifest as an external reaction if you do it right, okay? So we get the internal reaction that manifests as temperature and then also emotion. And it could be, anger. Let's just say it's anger, for example, right? Cool. Now what? The next step in emotional intelligence is pause. You need a pause. Pause. Stop. Whatever you're doing, before you react, you have to pause and you have to stop. Okay? And it's to give yourself time for understanding. Okay? So you pause and you stop. Well, first, I have to say there's a step here. It's recognition. Whoops. Recognition. You first need recognition. This is the hard part. You first need recognition, because what happens is, or I should say recognition and acknowledgement. Right. And this is the one here that a lot of people have a problem with. Right. You're talking to somebody and you're having a heated debate and you say to them, hey, calm down. You seem angry. I'm not angry. They don't want to acknowledge that reaction, that internal reaction they had to this disruption in their life. Right. So after you have this internal reaction, you have to recognize and acknowledge that and say, yo, I'm angry. Right. So acknowledgement, also admission. Right. You have to admit that you are angry. Some people have a problem with this. Some people like to lie to themselves. Okay. Recognition, acknowledgement, and admission. So disruption, you feel yourself getting hot and you're getting angry. You have to recognize and acknowledge that. Right. And maybe this kind of goes, maybe I can put this pause and stop as a subset of that. Right. That probably makes sense to have this as a subset. This is why you want to pause and stop. You're pausing and stopping for recognition, acknowledgement, and admission to say, yes, I am angry. We have to stop lying to ourselves. And that's the biggest thing humans do. It's not that they lie to other people. We lie to ourselves. And this is where we go wrong. OK, now, before we get to understanding, we have to go to forgiveness. Now we've acknowledged and admitted that we are angry, that we have this emotion. The next step is to forgive ourselves for that. It's hard, right? Because we're harsh on ourselves sometimes. I shouldn't be angry. No, you're a human being. You have every right to be angry. It's just that you don't want to have an external reaction based upon that anger, and that's what we're going to lead you to. Okay? So you recognize, acknowledge, admit. Now you have to forgive yourself and say, yo, I'm angry. I recognize that. And I forgive myself for having that anger because I'm a human and I'm allowed to have emotions. Okay? That leads us. Now that's very hard. Step 3 and 4 are very hard for some people because they like to lie to themselves. They love to lie to themselves. So step 3 and 4 are very hard. Step 5, understanding. Now this is a big one. This is where intelligence comes in. Okay? Understanding. You have to understand the disruption. Okay? You have to understand the disruption, right? So what happens in this process with me is I tweet something, I go through step 2, step 3, step 4. And you guys seen this, you've seen me go through this live. Somebody will say something in the chat and I'm like, oh my fucking God. And I got to go like this, right? And I take that, you've seen me go through this live before. Okay. Now, understanding, you read that tweet and somebody says some really stupid shit. Understanding is understanding where they're coming from, or at least trying to understand where they're coming from. That doesn't mean you have to have an interaction with them yet. But what I'll say is, okay, this nigga just dumb. Okay, they're trolling. Okay, they misunderstood me. Or this person didn't take the second to understand me. So that's understanding, creating understanding of the disruption. Okay. Now, the next step is the external reaction. And this is a hard one for people. And what this takes is discernment. This takes discernment. Okay. And discernment is going to give you 2 actions. Action or inaction. And the biggest problem with people is they don't know when to do either of these. Okay. So after you've understood that you're dealing with a complete fucking moron, what do? Do you respond to that person or do you not respond to that person? Now, it's very important to understand that when the external reaction skips these steps, when external reaction comes directly out of the heat, the temperature of your body, that is not the highest version of yourself. So in today's email, what was the title of today's email? Hold on. Let me look up the title of today's email. Somebody in chat's probably going to post it. All right, here we go. So the title of today's email is, how do you stop the devil from consuming you? How to know if your response is healing or evil, right? So, excuse me. So when you skip these steps and you react out of the high temperature, what you are doing is you are expressing the dark side of your person. You are expressing the dark side of your person. And maybe I'll have to do a symposium on controlled dark side reactions. Okay. Controlled dark side reactions, like you saw with me and Mo Fax. That's a controlled dark side reaction, right? To elicit responses, to create content, there's other factors that go into that. I could do a whole class just on that, right? But that is a controlled dark side reaction. When you come straight out of the temperature of heat, this is an uncontrolled dark side reaction. And that's what we have a lot of online, where people are acting out of the heat. Now, what do you know about heat? Heat is usually equated to the devil, hell. Hell is hot, says DMX. So, this tea is good. And I have my Apex today, so I'm good. All right. So the external reaction, if not gone through these steps, just to reiterate, if not gone through these steps, is going to be a dark side reaction. Trying to figure out where to put that in here, but it's okay, right? So I guess we can do, let's just do light side. And I think you guys get the dark side, because this whole emotional intelligence is about how to avoid the dark side. So the dark side doesn't need to be here, right? The issue is some people go through all these steps and still act. But the art of emotional intelligence is understanding inaction, knowing when something deserves a response. Not everything deserves a response. Not everything deserves a response. And what some of us do is we get caught up in ego. I have to prove I'm right. And this is still coming out of the wrong temperature. Having to prove you're right is not your normal temperature. It is not your temperature of ma'at. It is not a temperature of balance. When you are in balance, you don't care about being right or wrong. You don't care if somebody believes you or not. You stand in your truth and you stand on business, and you don't care about what other people think. That's emotional ma'at. Sometimes we are reacting out of this heated temperature. Now, if you go get my book, Dominate Twitter, to tell you when to act. So I don't want to go through a whole symposium about when to act, because it's in my book. I already wrote about it. Go cop it. HotepJesus.com.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I really want to focus on the inaction. It's okay not to respond. It's okay to not have an opinion. I've said this on Twitter before. Not everything deserves your opinion. O.J. Simpson has just passed. What does every grifter do? They start thinking, oh, hold on. I got a good one. I gotta react to this. I gotta, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna do? I gotta get engagement. It's O.J. This one's big. What did I say? Oh, O.J. passed? Damn, that sucks. I read a couple of memes. I laughed on my own. And then I checked my crypto portfolio. Because what the fuck does O.J. Simpson have to do with me? I have no connection to him. So I'm not going to leap into the conversation of O.J. Simpson just for the need to say something. Now, if there's a quip that comes to me or something punchy, you know, me being a comedian, I'm gonna type it out, but I'm not gonna force it. O.J. Simpson passed. I gotta have an opinion. I gotta say something. I gotta publish something. No, right? Sometimes inaction is better. Sometimes not. See, life mastery isn't about knowing what to do. It's life mastery is about knowing when to do nothing. This is something a lot of people fail to understand. Sometimes you can do nothing. No thing. And that'll keep you on a path of righteousness, glory, or whatever is in your destiny. Whatever it is that, you know, is meant for you. Sometimes action will push you off the path, right? So everybody has a path, okay? And every decision you make is either going to keep you off the path or knock you off the path, okay? And everything is designed for you to do. Things that knock you off the path are procrastination. These are the wrong types of inaction. Procrastination is a wrong type of inaction. You know you should have did this. You know you should have did that. Should have did it yesterday. Da 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 da. These types of things create issues in our life. That path, right? Staying on that path. My dad used to say this to me, stay on the path. I didn't know what he was talking about. Now I get it. Stay on the path. And staying on the path is all about keeping your temperature straight and acting not out of the heated temperature, but acting out of the temperature of ma'at. Acting out of the temperature of ma'at. When your actions come out of that, then everything in life becomes easy. Everything in life becomes easy. It's not even. I don't have the ability to explain it. You have to live it. You have to feel it to know it. I can't explain it to you. I can't explain to you the divine order that has created success for me, because all I do is mind my business and handle my business. When you mind your business and handle your business, life is really effing easy. When you minding other people's business, now you're getting caught up. Now everybody getting exposed. Should have minded your business. You got the Abba and Preach. I seen Preach, Preach is the black one, I guess. Now it's a gay video of him and he dancing around in his drawers on stage, and Myron got himself laying in bed with white men. Everybody's making content about this person and that person. That's not your path. What is your path? What is the content you create for your path? Why are you not minding your business? What's going to happen to those people is a product of them not staying on their path. If we look at Fresh from Fresh and Fit, what happened to him is because he was not following the path that he created for himself and others. His podcast is about how to avoid the 304s. Yet he's caught up in the 304s. That's because he's practicing something called hypocrisy. You're telling people to do one thing, but you're not doing it yourself. Like when we started homeschooling, the first step when we started homeschooling for Hotep Nation, the first step was pulling my own kids out of school and homeschooling. You got to practice what you preach. It's a lot of people running their mouth online about, being a good Christian, and then you go online and they're not acting like good Christians. They're not on their path. Everybody's jumping online and they're judgmental. They're capping, living lives that they don't deem, living lives that aren't them. They're putting up a facade. It's all fake and fraudulent. That's not who they really are. They don't know who they are. And this is an issue. This is a huge issue. Okay? And we're going to go into some interesting things here. So let me just make sure I finalize this before we get into a little bit of news. And then we're going to go to the phone calls. So let's go back. So the external reaction, right? In order to have a light side external reaction, you need to wait until your temperature reaches ma'at. And forgiveness and understanding allows your temperature to reset. Forgive yourself and understand what it is that you're dealing with. Understand the ignorance of the individual, right? I want to pull up an example. But it doesn't matter. I shared a lot of controversial things yesterday on the Twitter platform X, and a lot of people had some things to say, and some people I responded to and some people I didn't. But you can see who has the heated reaction. And we talked about that yesterday when we talked about new information, and what they were dealing with was stress, right? And then the stress leads to lack of emotional intelligence because they don't follow these rules right here. See, if they would have stopped and paused and try to understand what I'm saying, and this is a lesson in the reaction. I usually do not respond to somebody unless I detect that they actually want to understand me, or they ask questions to understand me. Sometimes you'll say something like, yo, communism ain't all that bad. Somebody goes, oh, you fucking idiot. Okay. Lack of emotional intelligence. No information. You receive stress. Somebody else will go, where you going with this, Hotep? I can have a conversation with that person. And we can be honest about the body count of Stalin and Mao. We can be honest about Venezuela. We can be honest about these things. Democrats are sometimes right. I'm not for banning abortion. These types of conversations, right? These types of conversations usually bring about stress in people. But I'm not having a conversation with somebody who does not want to first understand my side. And this is why things usually get heated with Mo Fax. He doesn't have the ability to understand. Right? This is why he's unable to debate me, unable to debate Sonny Johnson, because he doesn't have the ability to understand. He doesn't want to understand. He's a federal agent, and he's here to sow dissent and mislead people. So Mo Fax, really what he wants to do is push his opinion on you. And I like to toy with him and play with him, pause, because it's fun, right? It's great entertainment. It creates content. You know what I'm saying? And I throw bait out there every once in a while, and he takes it because, well, he doesn't have emotional intelligence, right? So I like to play with him. Pause. It's practice for me. It's practice. It's even emotional intelligence practice for myself. Like, that's why I like Mo Fax, because he's the type of person that can change the temperature of my body. So playing with Mo Fax is actually me practicing self-mastery. And we got to be honest about these things with ourselves. A lot of people don't want to practice this honesty with themselves and say what people are able to do. And they're able, some people say, oh, he doesn't make me mad. Okay. Really? All right. Now I'm going to be honest with ourselves. And that's what we need. We need to be honest with ourselves so we can forgive ourselves. But never react to anything or anyone if you are still in a heated temperature. Take your temperature. I don't mean like put the thermometer in your mouth. I'm just saying, feel yourself out. Do you still feel that rise in temperature? You guys know what I'm talking about. When you're angry, you feel that rise in temperature. You get hot. If you got a hoodie on, you feel that. You want to take your hoodie off, you feel your temperature actually rise. Okay. So first check that. Then check, is this person trying to understand me? This all comes back to understanding. All right. So that's my diatribe for the day. We're going to open up phone lines in a little bit. So have your questions ready for me. Let's go to some news. Let's reach down in the Grift bag. Let's go to some news here. You guys already know what I'm about to bring up. Well, some of you do. Let's talk about Sonny Johnson first, actually. Let's talk about Sonny Johnson first. We don't have to spend too much time on this. This is a quickie. Pause. Sonny Johnson says here in her Twitter spaces, Trump doesn't want the black vote. Trump doesn't want the black vote. And I don't know if we can say Trump, but I think she's talking about the Trump admin. But we all know that the Hoteps we've been calling this from the very beginning, that, if you're just paying attention, if you're paying attention to the political climate, the social climate of right wingers and some of the largest talking heads and the conversations around DEI, and you can tell that the Republicans don't want the black vote. Like, they're not trying, they don't want it. Maybe they did the numbers and realized they don't need it. But that is true. The Republicans don't want the black vote. And maybe because they don't need it, maybe it's not worth the effort. Maybe somebody sat down, did some numbers, and said, it's not worth the spend. Maybe. I love to give people the benefit of the doubt, but statistically, it might not be beneficial for them to reach out and get the black vote. That does not change the fact that they don't want the black vote. And anybody paying attention can obviously tell that they don't want the black vote. And that's fine. Like that's totally fine. Just people just shouldn't pretend like they do. Now, let's get into the scum of the internet. We got a post here from the Daily Liar. The Daily Liar. And let's take a look.
Judge, for some reason, because of his legal acumen and law degree, and because obviously I'm not in charge of this company in any way, shape, or form. Judge Matt, do I have to call you Judge, or can I just call you Matt? What is it?
I can't listen to his voice. I just can't. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you all know tonight, Hotep's been told you, America's favorite show has a segment called Hotep Court, where me and Uncle Hotep go back and forth. He plays a judge and I play an attorney. And what they do, they jack the idea once again.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Once again, they jacked another idea. But we have more. We have more. We have a flashback. Let's go to the flashback of them jacking our ideas. Let's go back to 2023. Let's pull this up on your screen.
Moments from mainstream media in 2021.
Okay, so that's the Fibbies. The see in all of its lack of glory.
Welcome to the first annual Media Fibbies, a year-end review.
So we created the Grifties. They created the Fibbies.
Including awards.
Jacked our swag.
Of the Grift.
Look at this. Ben Shapiro not only jacked our idea, he jacked our swag. He's wearing the same tux we are. This fool literally went.
Welcome to the first.
And make sure he got the same tux. Bro, look. Jacked our idea, then jacked our swag. This is what Conservative Inc. does. This is what the Republican GOP does. This is what the establishment does. You know what I'm saying? What is this, man? Is it McDonald's or is it McDowell's? Huh? Ben Shapiro like, they got the golden arches, mine is the golden arcs. They got the Big Mac, I got the Big Mick. We both got two all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and onions, but their buns have sesame seeds. My buns have no seeds. This is Ben Shapiro.
That's crazy.
So, I'm not done. One of our viewers tagged Rubin Report, or what's his name? Something Rubin. I think he's a homosexual. He owns part of Rumble or something like that, or Locals. I don't know. But check this out.
Rich on the Farm says, does Dave want to take up Hotep Jesus challenge to a basketball game? I can see a 3-on-3 locals tournament in the future. So I don't know exactly who Hotep Jesus is, but someone sent me this tweet that Hotep Jesus wants to play basketball with me. This was because Ben and I shot a couple hoops, and Ben's got a decent 3-point shot. I was pleasantly surprised. Not opposed. I guess I need to know a little bit more about Hotep Jesus and his game. But I'm playing basketball 3 times a week. I'm playing really well these days, and I would love. Yeah, that would be fun. We should get all of the crazy political people of the internet doing different things besides just talking about politics. Let's shoot some hoops. We could whatever people want us to do. Hierarchy.
I'm not guarding him.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
So we'll see. We'll see, you know. Shout out to the gentleman that tagged him, Rich G. Roscoe says, I don't know who Hotep Jesus is, ? Y'all think he capping? I should grab the drop, right? I should definitely. Actually, I don't want his voice on my board. I take that back. I definitely do not want his voice on my board. No sirree do Bob. What else we got in here? I don't feel like explaining politics grift today. We can explain politics grift when I'm more in a mood. I think I got some evidence of politics grifting. We'll talk about it at a later date. It's evergreen content. Politics grifting is evergreen content. We can talk about that at a later date. Sometimes I put stuff in the bag because I think I want to talk about it, and then I get to the show and I'm like, I really don't want to talk about this. So let's go to this. Let's put this on your screen because it's, you know, I try not to talk about our competition. You know, we have Flow, our nootropic, and Apex, and we have an all natural approach where we don't put synthetic extracts and, you know, all that other concentrated bullshit in our supplements. And you know, some people ask me, you know, how does this compare to, you know, this thing I'm taking, and what about this thing I'm taking, and I got this nootropic and I'm drinking this nootropic, and I'm like, you can do whatever you want. All I'm saying is read the ingredients. When you read our ingredients, it's right there. We are transparent. We are transparent. You can see it right there on the website too. Everything you can see in our formula, which leads us to this video. Very interesting video, by the way. Y'all be careful out here.
We take that same chemical weapon that's an acute toxic, flammable environmental hazard, and we ship it to compound pharmacies that put it in supplements and protein powders and energy drinks that you drink. Right? You ever heard of a Celsius energy drink? Celsius energy drink has 4 times the amount of daily cyanide that a human being is meant to ingest. 4 times. That's just one sample. So drink Monster or Bang. I mean, drink Bang, not Monster or Celsius, right? Bang has methylcobalamin. This has cyanocobalamin. So, and we wonder what, you know, we're putting these toxic chemicals. It says, you know where we get the hydrogen cyanide? Don't make me take you to that website because you'll just get up and leave. I wonder, where would, do you know where we would get hydrogen cyanide? Because these facilities that actually compound this B12, they don't even pay for the hydrogen cyanide. You know where they get it? Human sewage treatment plants. It is the way.
Human sewage treatment plants. They go to the human sewage treatment plants to get some of these ingredients and put in your body.
Waste from a human sewage treatment plant. It's called sludge. It's foamy yellow sludge. They scrape it off the top, they dry it, turn it into a powder, ship it to a facility, synthesize it with a metal, and put it in your vitamins. They take metal, hydrogen cyanide, put it in our supplements. So that's
y'all eating shit. Y'all out here eating shit.
Exactly. So when you get home tonight, I want you to take all of your supplements and protein powders, spin them around, look for that word cyanocobalamin, and if it has it, throw it in the trash.
I'm not here to tell y'all what to do. All I'm saying is we got a Hotep approach to life. It's a holistic approach. So, for example, we have a question in the chat. Nas says, HJ, I'm 26. I like the flow, but should I even touch the Apex at my age? I can't make that decision for you. All I'm saying is that the ancient warriors of the Aztecs, you know, we have maca in there. They used it. Cowboys, they used sarsaparilla. They made root beer out of it. There's fenugreek in here, which was buried with King Tut and also published in the medical manuscripts of ancient Kemet or ancient Egypt, whatever term you want to use or deem proper. But we're not a testosterone booster. We're a hormone balancer, right? So for a guy that's 26 years old, your testosterone may already be balanced. But that's just one of the benefits of Apex. Apex is more about restoring vitality. It's more about energy. It's more about reducing inflammation. You see, the Western approach to so-called medicine is about like boosting and like hijacking systems and all this other shit. Whereas you know, the Hotep or Eastern medicine way is about supplying your body with nature foods, nature goods, and then let the body do what it may. So 18 plus, are you going to find benefits of Apex? Well, hopefully, if you are in the gym, if you're not in the gym, I already told you, don't fucking touch my product. If you're not working out, don't touch Apex. Get Flow. If you're using your brain, get Flow. If you're using your brain and your body, get Flow and Apex. Some people even say they focus with Apex, and it's because what we're doing is we're just reducing inflammation in the body. It's pretty much the main thing happening with our products. It reduces inflammation in the body. If you know anything about disease comes down to two things: inflammation and mucus buildup. You got inflammation somewhere in your body, and these plants happen to travel into your specific organs, and then your body does what it does, right? So this is our approach is different. This is why when you go ask people like, yo, you use this and it worked, they be like, yo, that shit fucking worked, bro. Yeah, I'll show you a video of a young kid. It's pretty funny though. Let me see if I can pull it up. It takes me 2 seconds because I just posted this earlier. I haven't published this publicly yet, but I will soon. So let's see if we can get this on your screen. No, I don't want to do it like that. Here, I'll adjust it like this. Here we go.
All right. So I got to tell y'all something. These pills right here, bro. Oh my God. I took 2 of them. Or no, I've been taking them for 3-4 days now. Oh my God. Every single time that I take these, I be wanting to do like 750 push-ups. Okay? 1,200 push-ups. 16,000 sit-ups. These are the best testosterone supplement I've ever taken. And it's all natural. 100% natural, bro. Made by the Hoteps. You can see... bro, look. They laced that shit with Hotep crack. Okay?
Now, he's being hyperbolic, right? But you can see one of our customers copped the joint and literally is enjoying it, right? But that's because your body's never been introduced to black maca and fenugreek and sarsaparilla. Your body's never been introduced to these things, right? So when you introduce these ancient and exotic plants to your body goes, oh, I know what to do with this. And it starts pushing vitality throughout the body and energy starts to get restored. And now you want to work out. Now you want to do 2-a-days. But a lot of Apex is about muscle recovery and vitality, just having overall energy. That's what you need. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to tell anybody, what to do at the age of 26. You make that decision on your own. All I'm saying is our products reduce inflammation in very specific areas of your body to allow your body to do what it does best. Okay? That's all I'm saying. If you can get out of your body's way, reduce inflammation and remove things, your body will restore itself and you'll start to feel really, really fucking good, right? So we don't deal in drugs and boosting, and that's why I always say, like, don't take our shit and then think that same night you take our pills, you're gonna feel something. Now when I first took Flow, I did feel something hours later, right? But I play chess, so I'm really, 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 I'm really, really, really into it. You know what I'm saying? But we recommend 2 weeks before you feel results because these things have to begin to reduce inflammation, has to, reduce some of the inflammation in your gut, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah. And Renee Vogel says, I feel so much stronger on the jujitsu mat. Yeah. It was, this was designed for warriors. Like, that's why I said, if you are not doing physical activity, you're not hitting the gym, don't take our product. Sit your fat ass on the couch and leave us the fuck alone. But if you going to do some jujitsu or you going to work out or you plan on doing this stuff, all right, menofwater.com. Just did a guy dirty in chess, beat him badly. That's what's up. Congrats, bro. Congrats. Which reminds me, the tournament is on right now. Let's see if I think Naka's playing Jan. Actually, I know Naka's playing Jan. Let's take a look at that game. Okay. Oh, all right. So look at this. All right. So if we look here, the bar is right in the middle, right? You see the bar in the middle? Yeah, it's right in the middle. But he's got this advanced queen. I don't know. And this knight is pinned. This knight is pinned because otherwise he's going to take the rook. It's a very interesting position. It's double-edged in many ways. This could be a decisive decision for Naka and could change the course of how the tournament goes. All right. Anyway, is there anything else in the Grift bag I would like to share with you today, or I'm in the mood to share with you today? Hold on a second. I'm definitely going to show you that other thing. Actually, let's. I got two more stories to share with you. First one right here. I talk a lot about the CBDCs, etc. And what do we see here? Shout out to one of my followers sent me this story. Nigeria's new smart ID, which will work as a bank card too, reveals Nigeria's smarts and winning moments. Give it up to Nigeria on its new national eID. It will offer these functions. Be used as a debit and prepaid card that will cater to both banked and unbanked persons. It will function as an e-passport. Travel, health insurance information, microloans, agriculture, food stamps, transport, and energy subsidies, among others. Offline capability that allows transactions for areas with limited network coverage and zero infrastructure connectivity. It's being produced not by the Security and Immigration Ministry, but by the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Nigeria Interbank Settlement System. And right there, you get a glimpse in a few moments that make Niger a winner amidst all its many dysfunctions. So here we have, here's what you would call, your educated nigga, right? Journalist, writer, futurist, curator of the Wall of Great Africans, right? So the more schooling a nigga has, the dumber he gets, right? He gets smarter and dumber at the same time. He becomes more informed and less intelligent because he'll celebrate this thing like it's some big win. Now, maybe he's paid to do this. He might be an op, maybe he's not. But usually these university Negroes are low intelligence. Highly informed, highly knowledgeable, low intelligence. Please, people, do not confuse knowledgeable with intelligence. They are two completely different things. Somebody could know a shit ton about a whole lot of things. And then as soon as it's time to make a strong decision as to whether or not you're going to get a needle in your arm, and they make the wrong decision because they stupid. Or they're just paid ops, but they stupid. Okay? Or they were forced to, because their job or whatever. I understand those people. I feel bad for those people. I wouldn't have did it, but I feel bad for those people. Okay? But people are, the people who spend too much time around white liberals tend to become really stupid. They lose their senses because they're inundated with information. Right? So the information overload destroys their intelligence. Because most of it is just misinformation, malinformation. Most of it's malinformation, to be honest with you. It's malinformation. So I told you before, CBDCs. When you think of CBDCs, you got to think digital ID. And that's where the United States is going. So before we get a CBDC, we're going to get a digital ID. Some of you have driver's license that says not real ID, but they have a real ID that's supposed to roll out next year. I think 2025, everybody's going to have to update to a real ID. So yeah. Zulu says, can I mix Apex with creatine? By the way, I ordered mine. Shout out to Zulu. So here's what I'll say. Apex is meant to have with a meal so it can go through your digestive process. Can you have creatine and Apex at the same time? Technically, yes. Like, nothing bad is going to happen to you, but people don't understand digestion either, right? So some people, when it comes to digestion, they eat and drink at the same time. Okay, so you'll see somebody, especially you go to a restaurant, right? What do? You have a meal and you drink at the same time. You have a meal and you wash it down with something, right? So what you're doing is you're actually disrupting your digestive process, okay? Because there's stomach acid, hydrochloric acid that breaks down the food in your stomach. So when you drink, you dilute that hydrochloric acid, you dilute that acid, that stomach acid, and you disrupt the digestive process. Also, there are certain foods you're not supposed to eat with other foods, like meat not supposed to go with starch. So hamburgers do not go together. That's going to disrupt your digestive process. I'll allow you guys to go do your own research. A lot of this shit is alternative research. So many of you are going to be like, what the fuck is Hotep Jesus talking about, this Hotep shit? And I'm going to just say, keep following Mzungu if you want to. For example, you're not supposed to mix sweet fruits and citrus fruits. So some of you might mix, and I've done this in the past, right? You mix your oranges with your apples. You're supposed to have your citrus fruits with your citrus fruits. So your lime, your lemon, your oranges, the citric acids. You have those in one setting. You allow that to pass through your digestive system. And then you have your sweeter fruits. And then there's certain vegetables that don't go with certain things. There's a lot of research that goes into this. So can you take Apex or creatine? Yes. Should you? Probably not. You probably want to take Apex with your meal, take creatine separate, with whatever. You can do both. You're not going to die or, it's just what's best for your digestive system. When you compartmentalize your foods in your digestive system can do more with those foods. You see what I'm saying? So when your foods are compartmentalized, your digestive system goes, I know what to do with this. We can work through this. But when two things are confused in your body, the digestive system has to work harder to work through those things and sort and separate before it goes through the digestive system and the other organs. That's that. Fats and sugar shouldn't mix up. There you go. You see what I'm saying? Where do pineapples fit? I don't know. I think isn't that? I don't think that's a citric fruit. I think that's one of the sweet fruits, right? When you wash down foods with acidic drinks like Sprite, you're still gonna it's still gonna dilute your stomach acid. We compartmentalize people, but not foods or physical processes. Shaking my head. Yeah, there you go. Justine says Liver Rescue by Anthony Williams is a great read to learn about those things. Boom, there you go. Pineapple or citrus, there you go. Meat plus sugar equals sticky proteins bad. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like certain things, if you go look at how we eat as Americans, you'll find out it is counterintuitive for how we're supposed to eat, right? So like he said, meat and sugar. So starch is going to be digested as a sugar, and you're mixing meat and sugar. And anyway, y'all will get it later. I'm just here to provide you information. You can do whatever you want with it. Let's go to the phone lines. Text Hotep in your name to 202-596-5631, and I'll be right back after this short, brief commercial message.
Envision a sanctuary where community and sustainability are the cornerstones of living. In this haven, every family is able to grow their own food, children flourish through homeschooling tailored to unlock their full potential, and education extends beyond textbooks, instilling self-worth and a deep understanding of the world around them. Here, goodwill isn't just an ideal, it's the essence of daily life, where respect for law and order harmonizes with the community's resourcefulness. This place isn't just a dream, it's a call to action for everyone who believes in a better, more connected way of living. Join us in building a future where each individual's contributions create a tapestry of enduring harmony and prosperity. Join us in Hotepistan.
We got Hotep T-Rex joining us in just a jiffy. Who is this? I don't know what. Sometimes people send me some weird ass messages. I'd be like, what the fuck? Are you all right? Some of y'all mental, but it's okay. Bananas are technically herbs, are they? I don't know. There's so much to learn, you know, about food, diet, and the human body. And, you know, we spend so much time researching so many things, yet we don't even know ourselves. What are we doing, people? What are we doing? Think you know, but you have no idea. Let's see what's going on. All right, so we got coverage resumes in 3 minutes. It looks like draws all the way around the board so far. Prague and Caruana. Let me see. The Prague match looks a little spicy. Slight edge to white, but it means nothing. At least I don't think. I like. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on in Farouja's game. Gukesh. I think I prefer black. I think. But white's position isn't too bad either. But I think if I was black, I'd be happy with my position. Abasov. What's going on, Abasov?
Call from
Hotep T-Rex.
Hotep T-Rex, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, HJ?
Life is good, man. What you got for us today?
You know, I just feel like I got taken to Hotep court on Twitter today. So
we dragged
like
your ass.
I almost feel like you should run the music, and I got to get Goldstein on as a defendant, as a public defender. He probably disagrees with me, but I still need a public defender.
It's terrible, man. It's terrible. Should I bring up what you said today? I'm about to bring up. Let me present the evidence to the chat. I want you to see what he said in regard to Big Boss Ben stealing, hijacking our idea. Let's put it on the screen. It says right here, Hotep T-Rex, "No, HJ, you got it wrong." Now, he fucked up right there. He fucked up right there because I didn't say anything. All I said was the Daily Liar, right? So Sonny John says, "Damn, Hotep Jesus, they steal everything you do." And I said the Daily Wire. And he says, "No, HJ, you got it wrong." But I haven't said anything. All I did was call them the Daily Liar. So, first of all, first charge, jump into conclusions. Then he says, be proud that a multi-million-dollar company is checking in on us to see what moves to make. If Hotep's influence the Daily Liar, which influenced the people, Hotep's influenced the people. This is a good day in a weird way. Now, the sad part is I've already had that take, sir. I've already said that on his platform when we were talking about the people imitating us. How do you plead, sir?
I almost wanted to quote you from the second Grifties where you said imitation is the highest form of flattery. I almost went and clicked it.
Correct. However, that does not absolve them of being dirty grifters. When the community is lynching people for being dirty grifters, you cannot go against that. You've got to either join in or stay mum. You've chose to go against the grain and go against the wave that was coming towards the Daily Liar. Why? Because you love the Daily Wire, you subscribe to the Daily Liar, and you listen to these fools. You are indoctrinated by the Daily Liar.
Now, someone once called me a jingo.
You are that too.
I am adopting the term. I am calling myself the Hotep's favorite jingo. Hotep Jesus' favorite jingo. And if we know anything about the Daily Wire, we know that they're pretty jingo.
I want better for you, man.
I am working my way out of it. I'm having therapy with Chad. I'm working my way out of it.
You're gonna have to double up on your consultations with Chad, man. This is taking way too long.
But I will say this. I know that was the take that you had of them copying us. I think it also says one other thing. So I think you can lead a parade in two ways. One, you can get the people going and move in a direction and have them follow you. Or two, you can see a parade that's already going and get in the front and lead that. And in this case, I do think, regardless of the fact that Hoteps are trendsetters, which is what we're doing, it's a real recognition of that fact because they're jumping on board with two of our massive pieces, two of our massive parts of our community. I mean, they're not the little parts. And three, it's nice that they're watching. You know that people are watching. Multiple people, left, right, and center, are watching. That viewer count is half full of people trying to steal their takes. And that's a cool. I think that's a cool thing. Now you're right. It is still like it's not a good thing. But I do think there is also room here because they got bigger pockets. It's also room here for collabs and room here for
come on now. It's gonna be room for collabs. You know damn well Daily Wire ain't collabing with the Hotep. Stop it. That's cap.
Oh yes, they're 5 years from now. I'll make you a bet. 5 years from now, you'll have a big collab.
5 years from now, the Hoteps and the Daily Wire will have a huge collab.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big collab. You're gonna have Daily Wire people at the Grifties, or you're gonna have that basketball game that's Hotep versus Daily Wire versus the Blaze, or you're gonna have a spot on, you're gonna hop on one of the big shows like the Sunday Special or something.
I was supposed to talk to Matt Walsh and they scheduled it. They canceled it.
Yeah, and they'll come back for it. I know it. They'll come back for it.
I don't know why you have this hope for this group of people, but I think it's just because you're both jingos. Jingos of a feather vote together.
But I will do this. I will plead guilty and take my sentence.
Good. Then we all got to do it. You're guilty, sir. You have to serve fucking 5 years, hard time in a Hotep gulag. But we'll provide a camera and you'll have access to your camera and your computer so you can still film the grifties. But we're only letting you out for events.
I'm basically there right now. All right.
Oh
here
my God!
with my family in Idaho in my own little private Hotep gulag.
Does your family listen to the Daily Liar? Mom, Dad, or they don't?
No, my mom, my dad is a occasional CNN liberal, occasional MSNBC liberal. My mom's listens to Fox occasionally, and she listens to you a bit.
Thank God.
And then and my wife is all about taking care of the home stuff. So none of the politics. I do the politics. She does. What are you eating? How are you raising the baby?
Yeah. See, she's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I toned down a lot of my old Daily Wire. Don't have my subscriptions to any of them. But I've been off of them for a couple years. But I do occasionally like listening to Michael Knowles. That's my guilty pleasure. I really don't listen to Ben that much, but I do. Listen
Did you
to
watch the
Michael Knowles.
Dollar interview?
Oh yeah.
My fucking God! Why?
Well, it was a good interview, and it was a weekend. What kind of content's going on? No good new content's going on the weekend. It was a good one. I did some chores. I put it on.
I could have gave you a million things to watch instead of that, bro. They have university lectures online.
Yes, I listened to those too.
Oh my God.
I like the deep thought stuff too, and I have a backlog of that when I'm out of the news. I do like to keep up on the daily news. Probably not the healthiest thing. Probably not the thing I can affect change. But
This is why you're a jingo, because you keep watching this stuff. You keep watching this stuff, and it just fucking your brain up. It's fucking up it's impairing your judgment. Get off my phone, sir. I'm disgusted.
All right. Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and
Happy
Bill.
Hotep Thursday.
The fuck, man. We got a lot of conversions to do with our own hoteps. I'm telling you, I'm gonna kidnap these motherfuckers and fucking drag them into a room and make them watch hotep videos all day till they fucking get it. Hairway to Steven. You're being a dishonest actor, HJ. I wrote the Daily Liar in chat yesterday and you ran with it. Hairway to Steven. I'm not joking. Hairway to Steven. I wrote the Daily Liar in chat yesterday and you're taking credit for it now, HJ. That's shady as hell. Are you trolling or are you being serious? I just want to know. You being serious? You serious? You seriously upset? Are you seriously accusing me of being a dishonest actor and stealing this concept called the Daily Liar? Is that what you're doing? You're serious? Or are you trolling? You trolling, right? Don't be a liar, bro. Mr. Bubbles, what the fuck? Gifted 5 memberships. Salute.
This a real Hotep brother.
Is he serious? He's trolling, right? He's joking, right? He's not serious. There's no way he's serious. He's joking. He's joking. He's got to be joking. I'm not taking him serious. There's no way he's serious right now. There's no way he's serious right now. Oh my God. Let's get Strong Dad in. Pause. Strong Dad, call in, man. You're serious? You're serious, bro? I gotta put you in timeout then, see? I gotta put you in timeout. You need a 10-minute timeout, bro. We gotta put you in timeout 10 minutes. Fam, first of all, I'm not trying to take credit for you coming up with the term Daily Wire if you did, or Daily Liar if you did. Really, I liked it when I saw it today on my timeline. That's really where I started running with it because I saw people using it. I think, who did I see use it today? Strong Dad, didn't you use the term Daily Liar today, or was it somebody else?
I did.
You did, right?
Did.
Where'd you get it from?
I did. When they, I got it from the show last year. We called them. We've been calling them the Daily Liar for a minute. Every time you would say their name, you would try to riff off of their name. You know how like like a thing you do is like you'll say a word and then you try to riff off the word, make a joke or something.
Yeah.
And that's what you did. And so I remembered that when I made it. Yeah, you said but you're not the only person who said it. Lots of people have
Lots of people said it. Yeah,
you know. That's like trying to take credit for the word nigga. Like if you're trying to take credit for something that's colloquial, you're a dumbass. Like what? Everybody calls them that.
I mean, if he wants to take credit for it, you know, that's fine. But trying to call me dishonest and I hijacked it, like, what are we doing?
Didn't we just talk about emotional intelligence? Didn't we just have a
We just talked about emotional intelligence.
Right there. You should have thought, like, okay, I said it, he said it, he may not or may have said it from what I did. You know, he may have got it from me. But in the end of the day, we're all here for the same thing. It doesn't actually matter, and there's no importance from being the one who said it.
Right.
Come on, bro. You got to analyze your thoughts before you speak. That was that moment
and am I supposed to remember who I got it from?
No.
Like,
no.
Like the amount of thought that went into coming up with the Daily Liar, like how much production went into it and money went into it. Like, come the fuck on, yo.
Did your follower count increase by saying the Daily Liar just now? Did it? No.
How much money did I make off of saying the Daily Liar?
You know what I'm saying?
We got to cut it out.
On that?
we got to cut it out in the chat. I had to put him on. That's why I asked him. I said, yo, is he serious? Because I was going to mute him. But I was like, I got to wait and see if he's serious first. And when he was serious, I'm like, you just need a timeout. You just need a breather. So I'm going to give him a 10-minute timeout so he can calm down. And then he can come back to the chat.
Man.
Yeah, you a grown man,
You're a grown
dog.
man. You
Yeah.
got a baseball cap and a mustache. You need to chill.
Yeah.
You need to relax. You're an adult.
That's wild. That's
Listen,
just
man.
wild.
Well, speaking of emotional intelligence, you know, before I ask you my question, you know, I had to encounter that very thing when I was incarcerated, you know, when I got locked up. It took me a minute. My first year and a half, I was still on demon time. I was still a bad dude. But, you know, after a real cool down and finding, you know, I found my spirituality there as well, like most niggas in prison, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I started doing things that helped me get through the day. Like, you know, I wake up in the morning, when I look in the mirror, I'll make a joke or I smile. I would try to induce that happy feeling throughout the day, because all day people are going to test you. People are going to say stuff, bump into you, all sorts of stuff. Anything can knock you off of your square. And I often say that you can only come out of prison, you know, fixed, the same, or worse, or not at all. And some would argue that the same is coming out worse. So for me, it was all about conquering emotional intelligence, really trying to figure out where the balance between, you know, defending my quote unquote pride, right, and what's actually important. Do I want to see my family, or do I want to stab this nigga? You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that was a really big thing for me. But something I wanted to ask. So I go through this thing where when I'm trying to like manifest things in my life, or, you know, I'm trying to like get shore my energy, I go through this moment in time where I feel like there's an overload of that, and I don't know how to release that, you know, like an energy, you know what I mean? Like when you go into a room and there's a lot of people and everyone's on the same high frequency, and so you leave and it's like you have to calm down from being in that room because you just absorbed all of that. I go through those periods, and sometimes I don't know how to release that in a way that's, you know, like a transfer. You know, I don't believe in taking
a good high energy.
Yeah, it's a good high energy, but it's like something, you know, where it's like you can either give it away or you can take it for yourself. And I don't believe in taking
You never tried physical activity, like some push-ups or nothing?
Nigga, I train so hard, I'd be barely able to walk at the end of the day. I'm telling you, it's my physical energy and my spiritual energy.
I see what you're saying.
They operate on two different frequencies.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, that happens to me you know, sometimes, like you said, you just be on a natural high, and then now you're laying in bed and you can't go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
There's no like real fix for that other than, you know, expressing that emotion, right? So you can talk to somebody about it, right? And sort of vent. even you can vent even when it's good emotions, right? Or sometimes you just got to sit down until that shit goes away. You know, there's no like fix for that. And I don't think that's bad. It's just that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It's got to be transferred, right?
Right.
So, maybe writing or something like that might work, or doing something constructive may work. But usually I just fucking chill out until it goes away. But I know that feeling. I get that feeling like after events or before events, or hanging out with the homies. We just had a really good time kicking it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you just have that natural high when you get home. And it's just like you were sleepy when you left the house and now you're home and it's like 2:00 in the morning. You're like, I can't go to sleep. I'm up. Or to be like, this happened to me last week where I was on the internet at like 3 a.m. I was sleepy at midnight, and then I was reading and got all these new thoughts and then started, expressing them online, and then people were interacting with me, and then I had fucking 3 hours of energy to burn, and I was like, I have to force myself to go to sleep. So it's nothing wrong with that. I would say, just let it leave on its own.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we gonna work on that. And that last thing, I suppose, man, the holistic talk, the holistic food talk. Listen, man, when I'm done bodybuilding, so probably like 45, age 45, I plan to go 100% holistic. Just withdraw from all of the things that that I use in my lifestyle already.
Yeah.
Because it really is hard to like compete naturally and be holistic. Those dudes aren't on the podium as much as people think. Like they'll cite these guys and they have great Twitter followings or Instagram followings, but these niggas aren't actually on the podium. They just look good for you. So it's like, oh no, man, it's a hard bargain, especially as a dad, because I think, like, what am I putting in my system? The getting shredded, that's like a really unhealthy thing.
Yeah, it's a temporary thing to achieve certain goals, but for long-term overall health, you'll have to make those adjustments at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need all the help I can get, especially from Brooke, because I know you commented on that thing when I talked about
your arthritis. Yeah.
It's just real shit when you're a painter, and I've been an artist my whole life, so I've never, my hands been making that position for so long. It's been a real rough go sometimes when it flares up, man. And I hear you, man. I hear you. I want to be holistic, man, but. Man, I'm trying to look jacked on stage, bro. I'm trying to get that bronze statue for my daughter, man.
Do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do. Just, you're still young now. But at some point, when you're ready and you're done the stage thing, make the adjustments to switch up.
Real change.
Yeah.
Right. Wait, man, you know what I'm saying? That's all I had. You know what I'm saying? I was going to complain about crypto, but I decided I'm not going to.
About who?
I was going to complain about crypto, about crypto, crypto.
Get in the Telegram. Get in the Telegram. Get you some wallets, man.
Listen, man, I'm in the Telegram. I got this thing. It's an issue with me. But when I ask a question and the nigga makes a joke, I'm done. Like,
who made the joke? Chad?
Well, no one said nothing offensive. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but who made a joke? Was it Chad? Because Chad always jokes.
Well, no, I can take a joke from Chad. It was just a chat. They were like, what are you using? And I was like, oh, well, right now I'm on Robinhood. And so we get a bunch of Robinhood jokes, but no one told me what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one gave me the information to make that switch. It's like, I got $4,000, man. I'm trying to make some moves. And if I'm gonna learn it on my own, I've been learning it on my own essentially, because I don't need comedy. I need actual step-by-step.
Yeah.
How do I mine this year? How do I, you know what I'm saying? That's all I want.
I'm trying to find your message.
So I can bless a nigga up. It's been a while. It was, it was like when I first joined the group.
Was this?
Some people like that.
How long ago was this?
I'm still working on it. Well, never long ago.
Oh, really? Man, I ain't see it. What was you trying to get?
I was just trying to get like, so I was trying to get on these meme coins, right? I was trying to understand why every time I get like a wallet, it says, "Oh, your location's wrong" or "the wallet's wrong," and it's.
Oh, you got a VPN.
I go through people's steps. I need the VPN.
You need a VPN.
So there's no place. There's no. Is that the only route?
Depending on the exchange.
For my area?
Because some states have anti-crypto regulation.
Okay.
So, I don't know if I'm breaking the law here or not, but what people usually do is they use a VPN to spoof their location so that they can still transact. I'm not saying it's legal to do. It's probably illegal to do. I don't do it. But
I'll be listening to Crypto Wendy O sometimes. She, you know what I'm saying? I've actually picked up quite a bit of game just from listening to her stream.
Yeah. But usually if your state has crypto regulations, then you can't purchase from the exchanges. The exchanges don't want to get in trouble. They want to follow the regulations of the state. So you'll need a VPN, and you hook up your VPN. It shouldn't take long. And then you just spoof a different location, and then your transaction will go through.
And then the Pally of the Clever. I can just transfer my Ethereum there, and then because I got a lot of Ethereum, so I can just transfer that and swap it for shit.
Yeah, you just want to be careful what chain you're on.
See, man. You're speaking high science, man. Remember, I was locked up. Oh no, none of this stuff.
So
what does that mean?
I mean, you got different chains, right? You got let's say the chains are roads, right? And you got one road might be Tron, another one might be Arbitrum, and basically you can transact a token on different chains, but it's tied to that chain. And if you don't swap it to a different chain, it won't be compatible, right? So you got to just know what chain you're on, or swap chains, swap roads. It won't be compatible. So
does it tell you what chain you're on?
It'll tell you. Yeah, it'll tell you.
It'll tell you.
Yeah, it'll tell you what
And
chain.
So let's say it's not, then I have to look for an exchange that is operating the same as.
Same chain, correct.
Okay.
It'll tell you though.
See, this is what I was looking at. Just such a quick tidbit of information. All I needed. And I fucking hate searching the internet, man.
It's hard to search it, but yeah, that's pretty much. The best thing to do is hang out in the crypto spaces. The Twitter spaces.
I've been on the crypto window, you know what I'm saying? Crypto Hotep.
No, I mean the Twitter spaces. Like if you go on the crypto Twitter spaces, you can learn a lot. Like come up to the stage and be speaker and ask to speak. You're gonna get some jokes, but a lot of people are really fucking helpful.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's different chains for different tokens, right? So like right now, some people are looking at Solana, but there's different chains under Solana, and then some people are looking at Base because Solana has so much congestion on their network, and then you got different wallets and different dexes. It can get really complicated really fast, but after you do it, you're like, wait, this isn't that complicated. It's actually really simple. Yeah, but that's like with anything, right?
Like tech talk has always been, like I absorb history and shit like that.
Yeah.
When I hear tech stuff, sometimes like I have to drink some coffee.
Yeah, it can get a little, you got to breathe a little bit before you get into it. Yeah.
All right. Man, I appreciate it, man. You really helped me out there. I don't think you realize.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I got some meme token plays for you too.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm in the chat, and I'm gonna give it another shot.
All right, say less. You got questions, just drop them in the chat. And if nobody's helpful, let me know, because sometimes I miss the chats.
Cool. I respect that. Appreciate that.
All right, yo.
Word, man.
All right, Hotep Bill. Somebody said it sounds like a good Man of Order article. I think we've done. I don't think we've done a cross chain. Let me tag Kamar. because you're right. That's a really good article, right? Yeah, all right. So we'll get that. All right, cool. All right, let's go to the next caller. Yoshi calling. Coach Yoshi calling. You didn't need knowledge to spend money on crypto, especially when you have mentors telling you exactly what to buy and how often. Yeah. Have we done an article on cold wallets? Yeah, we did cold wallets. He's done wallets. He's done most of the basics on crypto. Let me see. Let me take a look here. Let's go in here. Let's just type in.
Call from
Yoshi.
Yoshi, what up, man?
Hey, what's up, Hotep?
What's good, bro?
First time caller. Been listening to you for a couple of years now, just in the bag, checking you out. But you're a solid dude for sure, man.
Thank you, bro.
Just calling on the first topic you were mentioning about understanding yourself and all that.
Yeah.
And just to elaborate on that, I mean, we all know the idea of like know thyself, right? So like understand yourself, your weakness, your strength, and then from there you could grow from it. But what I feel like a lot of people miss is like knowing yourself and then learning to love yourself. Where I feel like you can love others without loving yourself, right?
Right.
And the moment you start loving yourself, that's kind of where growth starts, where like you understand your weaknesses, so you work on that. You understand on your strength, and you use that as your advantage, and etc. So that's kind of like the first point, right? Just understanding to love yourself. And once you got that, I feel the next step is like loving others. And once you get to that point of loving others, you understand the perspective, right? So like, check this out. Like the scenario, let's say you and I are just facing each other, and there's like on the floor, there's a 6. On my end, there's a 6, right? But you see it as a 9, right? But I see it as a 6. But if I don't love you, or there's all this hate between you and I, there's this fog right here. It's just you and I arguing with each other, right?
Right.
No, it's a 6. No, it's a 9. It's a 6. I mean, it's just
Yeah, we start arguing over the dumb
no
shit.
understanding each other, right?
Yeah.
So, but because if I learn to love you, I'll just walk around the other side and be like, oh, what are you looking at? Oh, shit, you're right. It is a 9. Right? Here, come love me. And then you come on my side. Oh, shit, that is a 6.
Right.
So this idea of like understanding each other's perspective, but then it's like, but the first step is like learning to love them. And I feel like that's where a lot of people kind of, like, they kind of go crazy with this hate and this talking shit about each other and not understanding that. I think that's kind of the main factor where I feel I just wanted to add to it because I think it's very important.
Yeah, no, well said, sir. Well said. I appreciate that.
And past that, I mean, I really don't got no question or comment. I've been on the Apex for a month already. Feel good.
Dope.
Other than that, man, keep it up. You're a genuine, solid dude. I like where you're going. Dude, every day I'm on you. Cool, man. Appreciate it.
You're a man, bro. Thank you.
All right. Peace.
That's love. Shout out to Yoshi. Yoshi came in and gave me my flowers. I appreciate you, Yoshi. That's love, bro. Let's go to Ohio Tech. We're gonna come back to Spotless. Spotless got to go on a meeting. He worked for the white man, so the white man said he got to get his ass in line. So we got a couple of articles here. We got article on Let me see if I can put this all on the screen. We got technical analysis, part 1, part 2. Crypto Hotep wrote that. Part 3, crypto coding languages. Here's the one on wallets, safeguarding your crypto, safety of crypto, top 3 crypto scams. So we got a bunch of here. Let me go to blog and let me hit crypto. The simple guide to spotting fake crypto exchanges. A lot of cyber, what's name does a lot of cybersecurity, so you know they don't get scammed and shit. But yeah, there's a lot of information here.
Ohio Tech.
Ohio Tech, what's up, bro?
What up? What up?
What's good with him?
Good shit today. Good shit today.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Shit today and yesterday for real.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
some
that.
of the stuff you was talking about today kind of overlapped with some of that stuff, so I was thinking about it. Like you were talking about yesterday, I think you touched on like not deciding that your health isn't worth the cost and everything. Because I think we talked about that before. Like I was talking about how expensive those supplements were and shit.
Yep.
But I eventually I decided it was worth investing in, and I've been investing in it for a while. And like you said, when I tried your products, just like that brother was saying about Apex, that's the same way I felt about Flow or Master Focus the first time I tried it. Like, this is the best one I've ever had. Got energy, my mind. I wasn't moving as much. I was working out, but I wasn't moving as much. Working from home now.
Yeah.
So I had to be using my brain a lot more, and it got me in focus. It's hard to stare at the screen sometimes. Sometimes you need a little bit extra to make sure you can sit down and get your work done.
Yeah.
So like
that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, because if you're not active with your brain, Flow's not for you. If you're not active with your body, Apex not for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be active.
I've been trying to like right now. I'm trying. The expensive food, man. Like the price of food is really going up. It's making it harder to eat holistic for sure. Like even if you're not bodybuilding, like strong dad was saying. Like if you really
it's expensive to eat healthy.
Food, yeah, that's what I'm struggling with right now. Like I want to, but the supplements and the healthy food. I'm like I'm trying to get as healthy food as I can. Not trying to break the bank, though.
Yeah, you got to find a good balance. Apples are cheap though, man. Apples and bananas are cheap. Get you some whole grains and shit like that. You got to know what to get. But if you're buying processed food, it's going to be very expensive.
Yeah.
The meats are up, the eggs are up. Yeah. But you can get a bunch of apples cheap, a bunch of oranges cheap. You get a bunch of, I think I paid like 50 cents a plantain.
I randomly actually got some deer meat for free for one of my family members recently.
Oh yeah, somebody killed the deer.
Yeah, I mean it's just a market out here. You know how we got 1950s.
Yeah. Y'all niggas is stuck in fucking Leave It to Beaver episode and shit.
Oh, but that I saw that so the little Matt Walsh thing with the
what, they stole our shit?
The judge shit. I don't think that they stole it. I'll tell you.
Oh, here you go. You a Daily Liar fan too, because you be watching these shit.
Well, I don't not really much anymore. I did watch Michael Knowles and Pearl.
You watched the Daily Liar. You watched the episode we talking about now. You're a Daily Liar fan.
No, it was capping. On, and it was
it was on. How'd it get on? It ain't on TV.
No, it's on YouTube. I still follow some of them, yeah. So, but it was like copying Judge Judy, so I wanted to see what was up because it's kind of
it was copying Judge Judy. Here y'all go. Here y'all go with this shit.
But they definitely stole all the other shit. I ain't go. I think this one might have just been something they had in the works because that whole judge show, like they have people actually coming to the courtroom and shit with like cases and shit. Like I remember I used to watch those shows when I was a kid.
Okay, Tom.
I don't know if you've seen it, but I watch this because of Pearl mainly, and I just like to see them get their ass whooped in a debate. So
And you watched watched Michael Knowles interview that hoe, didn't you?
No, I didn't watch it. There's no point in watching that one. Like I was only watching the Pearl one because I was watching somebody
You watched
review
the
it
Pearl
and
one?
laugh at how. I watched it, somebody review it, and I was laughing at how just how badly they look trying to debate against the red pill shit. Like, they just don't.
Why'd you watch the episode with Pearl, sir?
You
You were in the mood to lose some brain cells.
Well, not necessarily. The person reviewing it was doing a deep review of like each point and the responses.
Why'd you click on anything that has her name? Why did you click on anything that has her name?
No.
Because you was
because
grifting.
the guy. The channel I was watching does analysis of things. Like the way
he did an analysis. You saw Pearly name in there, and you watched the shit.
The analysis was more on Michael Knowles than it was of Pearly. It was like an analysis of cognitive dissonance. That you didn't want to use the word.
I get you.
But
I get you.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was entertaining. It was very entertaining. Like, I was in the mood. I guess you could say I was in the mood to lose some brain cells. Every now and then,
You probably got a subscription to the Daily Liar, don't you?
No.
You got a paid subscription. You drink your coffee out of a Daily Liar mug. You got your shower curtains. Your shower curtains got Daily Liar on it.
No. I wish I had some subscription to some service, except it's only Hotep. Y'all got to get the Hotep site subscription, Hotep TV, so I can get a Hotep TV subscription.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. We're working on it.
Gotta set that up. I hope you set it up. You need some extra heads.
All right, say less. We're gonna set it up then.
Hotep and build.
All right, Hotep and build. So Airway to Stevens says it's all about creating content. HJ and I had our first collaboration today. I've got none but love for HJ. I knew you was trolling. I was like, there's no way he's serious. There's no way this man watches our show and he was serious. There's no way. What's up, Wayne? There's no way. You got that off, bro. You got that off. There's no way he was serious. It's just not. There's no way. There's no way. We're looking at the Drudge. What's the Drudge got for us today? Cancer murders OJ. Damn. That's one fucking hell of a fucking headline. They doing OJ dirty today. Arizona abortion fallout just the beginning. This is still on here. What else they got on here? Is anything worthwhile? FBI concerned about possible coordinated attack in U.S. after Russia massacre. Yeah, you ain't got to be the FBI to be concerned about that. Brady teases NFL comeback. How America's next civil war could unfold. It's looming. Battle lines drawn. All right, let's see if there's any bullshit in here. Oh, my fucking God. This is the picture y'all chose. The white boys with the tiki torches. The shit you put in your back lawn. The shit you get from the home and garden section of Home Depot. This is what we talking about, yo. Famous for its craft beer and indie bookstores, the city of Portland. Oh my God. Oh my God. Then they put the Civil War trailer in here. You know what it is? You know what this shit is? This is what you call a pressure article. Colin Freeman, who wrote this article, he woke up. This article was published at 6 a.m., so he probably wrote it yesterday. So he woke up, maybe a couple of days ago. He went into the editor's meeting, and they asked him, they said, Colin, what you got? And he said, I got some American Civil War shit. And they're like, all right, publish it. And basically it's just a bunch of fucking nothing. It's him trying his best to keep his job. I feel bad for Colin. Somebody free Colin. His name's Freeman too. You see that? Colin Freeman's not a free man.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
There's nothing in this article. There's nothing for us to sink our teeth into, Colin. Pause. Nothing. He's talking about some quote from South by Southwest. South by Southwest is not a credible place to have anything to do with commentary about a civil war. He continues also to use language often compared to Hitler's. He just threw Hitler's name in there, vowing to root out communists, Marxists, fascists, and the radical left thugs that live like vermin within the confines of our country. You can compare anything to fucking Hitler, bro. Like, he tried his best, man. Colin tried his best to slap together an article. You know, he's got these pictures, these unrelated pictures in here. 2017 Ku Klux Klan protests. Just a whole bag of nothing. Just fear mongering. This is just sad. This is the state of the news today, where it's basically like it's fiction. It's waking up in the morning and writing fiction and trying to pass it off as nonfiction. That's really what it is. He comes up with some concepts in his mind and throws a whole bunch of things that are unrelated and tries to force them to be related so he can write an article about the Civil War. But when you read it, there's nothing to sink your teeth into. There's nothing there. And it's like in red. Oh no, that's the FBI thing. I'm sorry. They're just terrible. Like, how does this make the Drudge? J.K. Rowling slams Potter stars Radcliffe over trans support. Shout out to J.K. Rowling holding it down. Voters in many countries skeptical of democracy, poll shows. Well, they must have been listening to the show, because fuck democracy. And why is every article from fucking Yahoo News? What do these voters say? Voters in many countries are suffering a crisis of faith in their democracies and institutions. Within the United States, India, Britain, and European Union going to polls in 2024. A report published on Thursday by International Institute of Democracy and Electoral Assistance offers a sombre snapshot of the perceived health of many democracies. The results show that voters in 11 out of 19 countries surveyed believe that most recent election was free and fair. Okay. Only voters in Denmark. All right, so this is about voter election integrity. All right, boring. Next. I'm not saying anything. Coachella. Zelensky, who cares? Drone factory in Utah is epicenter of anti-Beijing fervor. Wow. Gold bar sales surge at Costco. Every time I go to Costco, they ain't got no gold. I called them up. I said, "Yeah, I got gold." No, we ain't got no gold. All right, well, fuck it. I guess the news is fake. What Costco y'all go to that got gold? NASA's shocked by how close Russian spacecraft came to hitting satellite. That's not surprising. Civil war, an explosive warning against a MAGA takeover. They have two? Is it? They got two articles here about Civil War. See, if there's no Civil War, what they got to do is they got to keep publishing these fiction stories. This is whole nother article. Read more at the Daily Beast. Like, really? Like, we're publishing stories from the Daily Beast? Fuck the Daily Beast. Fuck them. They are not relevant. They try to force feed y'all this shit and make you like pay attention to stuff that doesn't matter. It's not real. But again, they're trying to turn fiction into reality. Oh, all right. Spotless said he's ready. Go ahead, Spotless. And then somebody else said, yeah, I got two more callers. I'm going to let y'all get in here. And then we see what's good. Egyptians saw Milky Way as goddess, scientists reveal. So let's see what the ancient Egyptians are talking about. Why is every story Yahoo News? Is there some sort of collab between the Drudge and Yahoo News that we need to know about? Did Drudge buy Yahoo, or did Yahoo buy the Drudge? Is that what's going on here? Is that why the Drudge is trash now? In Africa, several tribes call the Milky Way the backbone of the night.
Call from.
Yo, what's good, bro?
What's going on, man? Peace.
Peace. Hotep, what's good with you?
Yeah, all right. I'm all good. I had to wait till I got out this meeting. I had to listen to people talk about nothing and giggle a little bit. Listen to them giggle on WebEx. But that's all good. So first, since we were talking about bringing you up on charges, since the homeboy brought you up on charges for stealing intellectual property, I would like to assert my claim that I was the first person to coin the term Flopex. I'll say that.
Was you?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I said it on the air. You know what I
We
mean?
definitely stole that shit.
You know what I mean? I was
We
like,
stole that. As soon as I seen it, I was like, damn, fuck you. Fuck who said it. You got jacked, bro.
Word. You know what I mean? That's love, you know what I mean? I mean, you keep that one. You know what I mean? I love it. You know what I mean? It's all
now
love.
I know where it came from. Because I seen it in the chat. I ignored your name. I just saw Flopex and I ran with it. Facts. You got jacked.
It's all love. You know what I mean? So, boom. So if it's a class action lawsuit, I ain't gonna sign on because you know what I mean.
Okay, that's what's up.
Good.
Appreciate that.
Right? Now, the second thing. So, you know what I mean? I was listening earlier when you talk the big brain conversation about emotional intelligence. And I was thinking about my son. He's turning 14 next month, and he's been kind of struggling with that.
As he should.
Appropriate responses to situations, and taking accountability for his actions. He's one of them kids where he wants to justify it to the death. Like he likes to take the righteous indignation stance no matter what. So he gonna take his licks. He gonna do some shit like he feel like somebody disrespect him in a certain way. It gotta go down, and I ain't want to, but he did this, and, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So, but I get it to a point. I mean, I've been in my fair share of schoolyard fights. But I see the road. I see where that heads, and I talk it into him. I try to talk to him. I counsel him. We talk. But a 14-year-old is a 14-year-old.
Life is the greatest teacher.
What?
And little niggas not gonna listen to you. I said life is the greatest teacher,
saying.
and these little niggas not gonna listen.
Right. So I told him, like I say
Man, his phone hung up again. He gonna call back. I got 2 sons, man. Them niggas don't listen. Little kids don't listen, man. Teenagers don't listen. I don't talk to teenagers. All I tell them is you'll learn one day. That's what I tell teenagers. You'll get it later. And they usually, and that's when their ears perk up. Dad, you're not going to tell me what to do? Nah.
My fault.
Yeah.
All right. Basically, this last situation, he punched the kid in the face in the class. Boy, they've been having little issues few years. But it never spilled over into anything serious. But it over a calculator. But it's to him, it's like the principle. Like, why you touching my kid?
The principalities of the matter.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, now if you hurt this kid, it's like, so let's say you broke his nose, that's a big problem. You know what I mean? But
right.
He ain't never facing no real consequences besides outside of the household. You know what I mean? Outside of, you grounded on this, or you gotta do push-ups till you cry, or some bullshit like that. But I kind of been, I'm wondering. So I got him with his affirmations, and I got him with his, you know what I mean, you got to working out, and we talking. But I feel like he needs some new knowledge in his head, and like, you know what I mean, take the phones away, like just reset the brain. Should never had that shit in the first place.
Yeah.
But I was saying, I know you got boys, and I know you got understanding on some of these things, and I'm like, if you could suggest a book that I could start them on.
I got some bad advice when it comes to raising little boys.
Listen.
All I got is bad advice for you.
Oh, you got.
That's all I got. Fuck them niggas.
I need some type
Let
of.
them niggas learn on their fucking own. Fuck them.
Man.
Fuck them.
Man, I know this kid. I can't. I gotta.
That's how
man,
That's
you know
how I
what it
raise my kids. I be like, yo, you like jail? You like jail? You gonna end up there acting like that, and I just leave it at that. You want somebody to bend your ass over? You want to be a faggot?
Right.
That's the shit
true.
I say to my
That's
kids.
true.
You want to be a faggot? No. All right, you gonna have Big Roscoe bending your ass over? Is this how you want to act? I just tell them the consequences. I'm very real, but like
exactly.
You can't. Like something happens between the ages of like 14 and like 25 between boy and father, right? Where you now have to play psychological games, okay?
Yeah.
You've missed your window of opportunity to create what you wanted for your son. I missed that window of opportunity to create the sons I wanted, right? You got between the ages of 0 and 7 to create a child. If you don't set the standard between 0 and 7, then you just got to let life teach them motherfuckers, because they just not going to get it. They don't listen to dad. Like, for example, I'm their coach, right? I'm their coach, and I coach their team and da-da-da-da. They don't listen to me, right?
Yeah.
But let another coach come and talk to them. They listen to that motherfucker. The thing is something about the boy-father dynamic where they now have to challenge dad. Dad is not, they don't want to hear it from dad, right? They want to feel like this is the age where they want to do things on their own and learn on their own. So you got to let these niggas learn on their own. But it's a very natural thing. You can lecture your kid, da-da-da-da, and all that shit from here on forth.
That shit don't work no more. That lecture shit,
right.
God.
You could lecture them all day, whatever. At the end of the day, you got to play reverse psychology with them niggas. That's the only thing that works on these niggas is like superior fucking psychology and reverse psychology. If I was to suggest a book, I would suggest something dealing with psychology of teenagers. I haven't read any, but yeah. And also, exposure, right? So what other kid you expose them to? I got my kids, they in this youth group, and the youth group is a bunch of the Jewish and white kids. So that shit rub off on them. You know what I'm saying? So my son, when he go and hang out, he hanging out with Indian kids, Jewish kids, and white kids. You feel me? So
yeah, that's the main thing to me. I noticed like his mother live in Bed-Stuy. I live in Flatbush. And his school is real close to his mother. So a good amount of his friends is over there. I don't know all of them. And the kids ain't gonna let you know the ones that you don't really like.
Right.
They're gonna let you know the ones that you do like.
Right.
Oh yeah, this is a decent one. But I know how it is. I know how it was when I was a kid. I know I had some friends that would go for chain. Then I had some friends that could sit down at my, at my kitchen table with my mom and my pops.
Did you listen to your dad?
I less when I was his age. I remember having a conversation with my dad. He was like, I was about like 14, 15. And we was on the phone that day. And he was my mother told him some stupid shit that I did. And he was, lecturing me. He was telling me some shit like, boy, and I remember thinking to myself on the phone, like, who this nigga think he talking to? Like that, right?
Yeah.
And I must have said something I said something, and he heard the tone of my voice, and he was like, yo, boy, don't make me come over there and fling you through the fucking window.
Word.
And I remember I was like, I had that, this air of like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you, like I know all that I
Because
need to know.
you
I remember
were
thinking that.
becoming a man. This is what happens when a kid comes
So, like,
through puberty.
testosterone.
Yeah, he's becoming a man, and you can't occupy the same space at the same time.
Right.
So you gotta let your kid fuck up, and just hope he don't fuck up with something that's lethal.
Yeah.
But you gotta give him enough room to fucking hang himself, yo.
I'm gonna get I'm like, yo, I'm not letting them hang out on Bed-Stuy no more. Your friends, anybody, want to kick it with you, come to Flatbush so I can get my eyes on them and really see how they moving.
Yeah.
And just, kind of like a purge, let him get a purge from this phone shit and this all of the bullshit that like it kind of got a little away from me. You got the new baby, real focused on that, working, and this one kind of slid under the radar with some bullshit.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the plan, because you gotta let them.
Yeah, environment is a lot to it. Has a lot to it. I let other people mold my sons, right? So if I want my sons to do something, I'll tell somebody else to tell them.
Yeah.
Because he
that'll
thinks
work.
it's
My homeboys,
he thinks
be
it's
listening with their ears open.
Yeah. If I want to, get through to my sons, I won't talk to them. I'll talk to my homie on the phone and let them receive the information that way. And that way they think they eavesdropping and learning, but really I'm talking to them and they don't know it. Like, you got to play mind games with your son. You know what I'm saying? So I remember my homie came to one of my son's games, and I was like, at halftime, I was like, yo, I told my son, I said, go talk to him. And while I talked to the rest of the team, and he went and he talked to him and he said whatever he said. And then my son went out there and he bawled out. You know what I mean? But like your son don't want to hear it from you once he starts becoming a man. He wants to discover things on his own. He wants to be his own man. He don't want to feel son. Yeah, he don't want to feel son. He's coming into his own. So you got to allow that to happen and start to play mind games and allow other people to. That's why I send them to youth group where there are other, when they go to the youth group, they build stuff, like they're building a fort, they going hiking, and they're around positive male influences, right? So, and his youth group is Bible based. I don't fuck with that whole Christian shit. My son upstairs, he be reading. Nowadays he's reading the Book of Genesis. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard you mention that yesterday, right?
Yeah, I didn't have to do that. So you can put your son around people who are positive influences, and they'll pick up from other people, and they think that's them coming into their own. But Dad put you in that environment. I put you in that environment to be around the Bible, because I wanted you to have other positive influences outside of me. I don't want you to think like me. I want you to you want to find your own way, cool. But I know if I put you around these Christian kids, positive things going to come of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to take all of this into account, because, I can't let my dude slip too far. I can't let him slide, but he gonna have to bump his knees.
You gonna have to let him scuff his knees. Yeah, you got to let him scuff his knees. Yeah.
Right. All right, then.
All right, yo, appreciate you, man.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
All right, the next one, Lopex hashtag. Spotless.
I appreciate you, bro. Fuck Spotless. I don't know where he got that from. I made up Flopex.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Taking full accountability and credit for Flopex. I made that up. That's my brainchild. Yo, who is this? Kelson, call in. We got another caller here. Go ahead, call in. This is the last caller. Last caller, then I gotta go to the gym. Gotta go to the gym. Nerd Nash, Black Twitter Report. Tonight we're talking about, what is this? Oh shit. Race play in the bedroom. Race play in the bedroom is on. That's going to be an interesting topic. Kelson, what up, bro?
What's good with you, man?
What's happening?
Not much, just chilling. Long time listener, first time caller.
You said first time caller?
Yeah.
Okay,
I live
welcome.
in Florida. I'm Haitian, so a couple
Okay.
weeks back, you're doing the broadcast, the episodes about
Oh yeah,
what's
on the
going on
Haitian
in
stuff.
Haiti.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, we needed you to translate.
I don't know if I got much of a translation, but just want to say I appreciate the take that you and the other Titans had. Best to leave Haiti alone. If I could say one thing that would help people understand kind of what's going on in Haiti, just picture Bloods, Cribs, MS, all them. Picture them tying their flags.
Is that what's going on?
That's all I'm gonna leave it at.
Wow.
Picture them tying their flags.
Yo, that's insane. That's an insane thing to say, sir.
I mean, it's what's happening.
Wow.
For as long as I can remember, Haiti has had troubles. It's,
Yeah.
we know some of the history.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it at that. Going on to the first topic of the day, emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
This is an area that I stay in heavy.
Okay.
I will say that I'm going through therapy. I was raised in the ghetto, so pardon my broken speech coming through, this, that, and the third. Having emotional intelligence is what is going to save you in this world.
Facts.
And I will say that to any and everybody listening to this show right now, you're not going to understand if you don't have an emotional intelligence. So if you watch this show and you're confused, you're upset, you are dysregulated, seek some help.
I agree. Sometimes it's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with getting help, bro.
There's nothing wrong. We all need it. Even if we've come from a silver spoon or the most radical, messed up background, we all need it. We all need regulation.
Yeah. It's good advice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Last thing I wanted to say is the whole Kendrick and J. Cole situation. I realized that nobody really went Galaxy Kufi take with the Illuminati spin. So
okay, let's hear it.
Here goes that take. I believe that one, J. Cole was propped up by Drake to participate in what's going on. J. Cole coming at Kendrick the way that he did, kind of corny going after his discography, but it is what it is. I'm gonna leave it. There's a lot of talk in the background saying that the reason why J. Cole pulled out is because he has a song with Daylight and Absol called Pie. And apparently there was some things that were, I would say, negative towards the trans community. And they are on his head. And I believe that Kendrick has the backing of the trans community because of
that
his
song he did, yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
So I know that in this record, he said something about trans people and yeah, so that's you're right. That's probably a strong reason why he did apologize.
Yeah, so I think that trans community backing Kendrick saw that J. Cole was taking shot, was like, you ain't got it. You ain't got it.
Yeah, he don't got the sauce. He don't got the fortitude.
No, and I love J. Cole. I listen to all his stuff, but after that apology, bro, I don't know if I can listen to any of his records.
I can't listen to it.
He comes up on my shuffle playlist, and every time now I'm like, Skip, like, why did you do this, bro? There's a stain on your record now.
Yeah, I can't do it. I refuse. I absolutely refuse.
Well, I appreciate you taking my call, and Flowpex is the truth. If you are considering purchasing Flow and or Apex, you need to. All right.
Salute.
I got people asking me if I go to the gym, and I don't.
Really?
Yeah. I went from, and this is no lie, I do have like a labor intensive job.
Oh, okay.
I went from kind of sort of filling out a medium shirt to now filling out a large.
After you started taking Apex?
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Oh, this a real Hotep, bro.
Hey, that's one hell of a testimonial. Appreciate you, bro.
No problem.
Hotep and
Take
Bill.
it easy, man.
Yes, sir.
Hotep
Thank
and
you.
Bill.
Yes, sir. I can only tell you, we only provide the best at this channel, so we appreciate all the testimonials of people on our products. That's one hell of a testimonial there, but Apex is designed for muscle growth. So if you are looking to grow muscles, it is going to help. I got to tell you, I looked in the mirror the other day and I was rather impressed with him. I was like, damn, you sexy, man. You sexy. I'm spring ready, but I'm not summer ready yet. I want to get a little bit more bulk on. But might be taking my shirt off this summer. No, I'm definitely taking my shirt off this summer, but we're going to see, man. We're going to see. If you guys want to get that QR code on the screen, save 30% on your order, or the link in the description box below, you can get, it'll apply the discount automatically, 30% off with the coupon code Grift Report. Okay. Today is Hotep Thursday, so I'll be back tonight with Uncle Hotep at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully you guys will be joining us for our premiere show on this channel with Uncle Hotep. We are going to be talking about, like I said before, some race play in the bedroom, the J. Cole apology. We're going to have to argue about that. Obviously, O.J. Simpson. And Trump pulling up at Chick-fil-A. So it's going to be a very interesting episode tonight. Make sure you guys tune in for another episode of Hope Has Been Told You. Hit the subscribe button, and thank you everybody for watching. Hit the like button on the way out, and I'll see you tonight. As always, be well, stay merry, tell somebody in your family that you love them, and Hotep and Bill.
Envision a sanctuary where community and sustainability are the cornerstones of living. In this haven, every family is able to grow their own food, children flourish through homeschooling tailored to unlock their full potential, and education extends beyond textbooks, instilling self-worth and a deep understanding of the world around them. Here, goodwill isn't just an ideal, it's the essence of daily life, where respect for law and order harmonizes with the community's resourcefulness. This place isn't just a dream, it's a call to action for everyone who believes in a better, more connected way of living. Join us in building a future where each individual's contributions create a tapestry of enduring harmony and prosperity. Join us in Hotepistan,